What's up, old Power Addicts crew? Guess what? I forgot to shoot the intro, so here I am about 2 days later, and I'm going to shoot the intro to the little plate that we're about to show you how to make. Why we need the plate? Because we're building the framework inside Rust Bucket here to hold the sides in place, make a seat mount the shifter in the center. We got to have an internal framework to hold this junk together. But first, if it's the first time you guys land on Power Addicts YouTube channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I do junk videos. Yeah, she's not junk. She'll get there eventually. But I also do fabrication videos, Jeep videos, car videos, motorcycle videos, all kinds of cool stuff that you might just learn something. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when I release these videos. On last week's video, I showed you guys how to, or should I say, try to extract a bolt that was frozen up inside that fitting right there. I ended up drilling and tapping it out. And if you didn't see that video, I'll link it up so you guys can check it out. That right there, I just simply ran a tap down through it to chase it, clean it out. This right here, I just simply cleaned it out. And guess what? I don't have one, this one. So that is what we're doing today. But we're going to use a simple piece of scrap metal. Oddly enough, this piece of scrap right here, that was laying on the back of Rust Buckets, is where I cut and fabricated my fenders here. To where this came out was like a square piece or a rectangular shaped piece. It's where I cut this section out of here. Always keep your scrap pieces. You never know when you're going to use them. So I'm going to use this to put me some threads right there. The first thing we need to do is go under the Jeep and figure out where we need to put our hole at. Because there's the hole we got in question. Of course, you see I want to knock some rust out of the way. And our piece of metal we're using, what you do is you kind of size it up. What's the best way for it to go? Okay, so we got our character line. You see how it tapers back right here. It gets thin up here, wider up there. So let's flip the metal piece around and swallow some rust. So now, yeah, that looks like a good fit there. Now, do I need that whole length? Yeah. Dang it. Not really. I'm glad I got on safety glasses that actually got gaskets on them that cover my eyes real well. So basically what we got to do is take our piece of metal. Y'all loving this video, ain't you? Hold it back like this right here. To see where it shows me the center line of that hole, I will take my marker and mark it right there, indicating that's where the center of the hole is. No, and that axis right there. No, with this plate pushed all the way against the frame member. That'll give me the axis there. Now the axis this way, I'll take this, move the metal this way, and kind of put it about where I want it against that character line back there where that radius kicks down, and I'll mark me a hole, mark me a line right there. And when I do that, then I come and project the two together and form me an intersection, a center line that'll show me where I need to drill at. So I'm actually holding the camera against the skid plate right now. The other hand is showing you how demonstration on. So now we set the camera down and actually do it, and you'll see what's up when I get done. Now if you guys look real close, you can see the mark here and here, right here on the end. That's where I marked my center lines underneath there. Then I just simply took my square, laid it across with that mark right there, marked it that way. Then took my square this way. On that end mark here, right there, where they intersected, is where I'm going to drill a hole. And so probably what I'm going to do is, this is 3/16 thick plate. This plate is thicker than anything that come from the floor for a thread insert in this Jeep anywhere throughout the whole rig. So to drill and tap this right here for a new bolt will be more than beneficial. Now, if you don't have a tap set, you can always put a nut down below right here, but then you have to feed your bolt all the way through the plate. It makes the hole big enough to feed through the plate. Then put your nut and washer on the bottom side. Or you can always weld, make it just big enough for the bolt to go through, put your nut on the bottom side right there and tack weld it. But honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and drill and tap it and make it easy. Now for the drill and tap videos, I've done a few videos on this, and I'll link one up to where you guys can go check it out. Just to flatten the metal out right here where the mounting point is here, I'm not worried about so much out through here. I took the plates down there that's threaded, top plate right here, drilled another hole into it, squeezed it together, which is going to flatten the metal out. But notice how the metal rises right here. Let me show you what's doing from the bottom. Yes, I know I haven't ground the metal back yet. got to grind that metal to get a strong weld, but that's not the point quite yet. If you look right there, you see a line that marked with a marker right there. I'm going to cut the metal off right there because the floorboard pitches up at a rise. So this isn't even contacting anything. It gives me two choices. One, I can take and beat this up to the floorboard, or cut it, bend it up to it, whatever the case may be, or bring the floorboard down to it, but there's really no point. Cut the metal here to where it is contacted from this point right here, grind all the way around it for good smooth weld contact penetration, and grind inside here where it's going to be so I can get good weld penetration there as well. So let's get that point done. It's still a little bit hot, so I'm not grabbing it, but both this side and that side I chamfered the edges. Because why you want to do that? Because whenever you tighten it up and it squeezes up against that sheet metal, if you've got a hard, raw 90-degree edge like that, eventually it's going to want to chew through the sheet metal. So make sure you chamfer your edges off so it's not pressing against the metal, causing any more stress cracks. And I went and knocked down where the bolt goes through, and I've already ground under the Jeep where it's going to be tacked in. So now we'll go under the Jeep, put this in place, and just only thing you need is just a few little tack welds. You don't need to weld the whole plate in. So I'll probably go tack here and here, just enough to hold it in place so I can run the bolt through the top side down into this. Okay, you see I've got my plate put back in place to hold the plate at the bottom in the proper place so I can tack it, and we'll go under and I'll show you that for a moment. Now as you see, I got my grind, clean my metal off right here and right here. And the only thing I'm going to do is run me a short bead here and a short bead there, because all you really need, you don't need a bead to run all the way around it. This is just spreading out the load of the seat frame. Well, I'm going to be doing a whole framework system on the top side. I'm not using the factory seat risers, but I need solid mounts for it to bolt to from up top. So this piece of plate, its only job is to spread the load out and not allow the sheet metal to take all the load of the framework up top. So again, short little tack here, short little tack here, that's all it needs. Oh, bolt's hot. Apparently I welded the floorboard to that sheet of metal. Or yeah. So there you go. Well, I'm running my welder a little too hot for that floor. You see where it got a good penetration there. We actually blew the holes through right there, but it's alright, I'll patch that later. But come to the frame member, it's good to go. You can see right there is where my bolts are. And that bolt is daggone hot, but you got the point. Now I stitched up where I blew a hole through it, and there were some cracks around that, so I went and took the welder and stitched all that stuff up to make it solid. But there it is. And yeah, I painted it black. I had some red, but who cares, because eventually I'm going to paint the whole rig anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now, what's our other option for putting threads right there? I mentioned a moment ago about if you was to make a hole big enough to run your bolt all the way through it, then you take just a regular nut, run it down and center it in the hole. You kind of go this way, you see how much that far it goes, come this way, see how far that goes, split it, and snug it. And that should put you right in the middle. Then you do a tack weld here, and if you feel froggy, you can put more around it. But bear in mind, the more tack welds you put around this, the more it's going to distort the threads on the inside, and it may increase the difficulty of getting the bolt in and out. You may end up having to chase it with a tap. So therefore, just tack here, call it a day. Then you tack this right here under the floor like I did on that plate. But where I drilled and tapped that plate underneath the rig right now, that's 3/16. Trust me, that's stronger than anything that the factory came out with on that floor. But that here is still an option if you wanted more thread engagement. Tack, and that would give you lots of bite right there for thread engagement and good size plate. So that's an option for you as well. Now, just in case anybody asks, both of them are Hurst shifters. That was an old Promatic, I believe, and I don't remember what that one is. And strangely enough, that's actually my shifter. That shifter right there came out of my dad's '69 Dodge D100 that he used to have years ago. That truck, yeah, I know they're ugly as freaking all get out. Got the aerodynamics of a barn door. If that thing had a built 318 in it, it would freaking scream. I ate up several Chevys with it, and I beat some gears on this sucker. They're hard. That one right there, I can't remember. Either it came out of my 3/4 ton rock crawler Chevy I used to have, or it came out of my 67 Mustang. I can't remember what I pulled it out of. But nonetheless, one of the two shifters can end up in this thing, because by the time I do the tummy tuck and body lift, well, body mounted on the frame right here, by the time I do all that, the factory column shifting is not going to work. So one of the two is going to be running the shifting. Alright everyone, enjoyed that video? Give me a thumbs up please. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that. And leave me some cool comments down below. And you guys are getting a little bit of a preview of... There's my slider. One of them's hanging. Sometimes you just need to create your own way of getting things done. And now I showed you guys last week the video where I tried to extract that bolt right there and it didn't quite work out that well. This video right here showed you guys how to make your own plate if you need to replace a threaded insert or something. Now about your little preview here. Yeah, that's right. We got the rock sliders going on now. 1/4 inch wall, 2 inch by 4 inch. Battle ready, people. Not only that, the ends have been capped off. It's been drilled and tapped for air fittings. Why do I need air fittings on this thing? Because we're going to have onboard air. What? I don't give you guys a clue as to some upcoming videos. That's right. These right here is going to be my reserve tanks for the onboard air. And yeah, they're going to work pretty good. So, you know what? Onboard air video coming. Don't know when, but if you don't subscribe to these videos, you may just miss it. Subscribe, thumbs up for the like, and some cool comments down below. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Peace out. Later, y'all. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm going in the house. Peace out.